Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got first X1 in quite some time. There was a stop sale associated with this Snapdragon release, so this is the U11 chassis. It's the X1 xDrive28i. It's in a new color, Utah Orange. To me, Utah Orange looks a lot like Valencia Orange. It's much lighter than Sunset Orange, so basically a call back to the original X1, and of course the 1 Series M. We've got a nice 4Runner sitting there. It looks like a maybe voodoo blue. Let's talk about this one. So, this one's pretty highly spec'd. This is the X line. The Utah Orange is only available with either the X or the X line. It will not be available with the M Sport package. The revised headlights here for all the X1. This is probably what most of the new daytime running lights are going to look like going forward, at least from spy shots for the new 4 Series LCI, which will be model year 25. The usual kidney grill, which is large but not overtly large. Take a look at the lower portion of the grill. So there, so sensors all in here. This one does have a new feature. It's what they call Active Drive Assistant Pro, which is essentially Driving Assistance Professional. So we'll show you what that looks like on the X1. So on the side we have style 8, 6, 7. They are 19-inch wheels. So you have two choices going with the M Sport wheels or going up to the 20s. It's the base 18-inch wheels or these ones. So I think you probably want to go with the 19-inch wheels, at least on the X1. I think they fill out that wheel well a little bit better than the 18s. Gives a much better look. You have our aluminum trim around the wheels, around the windows as well. Losing a little bit of sun right now. I don't know how popular it's going to be on the X1. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Revised sort of 3D sculpted tail lights as well. X1 badging in chrome, xDrive28i. Now, for the US market, if you get the X line, you can get the trailer hitch available. So I think it's 3,500 pounds of towing capacity, which is pretty decent for a car this size. Again, no exhaust tips visible. They're hidden under the bumper, like say old E60s. All right. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more sun momentarily, or at least later on when we take another walk around the really good looking X1. I think styling wise they did a really good job with this one compared to the previous gen X1. Alright, so let's take a look at the inside, go over pricing and options. Sort of like silverish look for the mirror caps. Again, door handles flush. So opening up, I think go with one of the best matches or contrasts with the Utah Orange. That's going to be Oyster. Again, all the interiors are either Sensatec or Alcantara / Sensatec as well. I think it's a really good contrast with the Utah Orange. All right, so inside iDrive8, no surprises here. So let me zoom back out. So your steering wheel, a little bit on the chunky side, but looks pretty good. Left-hand side, your driving assistance professional stuff over here. Again, all the settings are going to be inside the iDrive8, which is a little bit more difficult because you do not have an iDrive controller over here. So muscle memory, if you've driven BMWs before, you're going to go over here and try and find that iDrive controller. You have to train yourself to either use voice commands or the touchscreen, which I think is okay. So we have the aluminum trim with mesh effect as the interior trim. Sensatec on the dashboard as well in black. Your nice cup holders down here and your little carrying case with the holder there for the wireless charging, which is part of the premium package for your phone as well. And two USB-C ports down here, which is the recommended way to go if you want to charge your phone. Otherwise, it's going to take quite some time. So you have a few little hotkeys here. But again, nothing for media. So a little bit difficult to get used to how to access the iDrive8 or all the other controls if you've come from a BMW before. So you have this little button here, which controls the content there. So you can use the scroll wheel to slide between different content displays here. You can also go to the heads-up display. Whoops, hit that again. Push it over to the right to get to the heads-up display. You can change standard view, assisted view, and sport view. All right, so let's go into the driving stuff here. So there's a quick access key on the center console. So you do drive, train, and chassis. You can show you the drive off support. We can say activate once. You know it's active. You look over here in the instrument panel, you get the little icon here, I guess for traction, help you get going in sticky situations. Or slippery situations, I should probably say. Let me just go back and deactivate that. Again, all your stuff is in the iDrive. And once you get into menus, you have a little back button. So let me show you what you go into my modes here. You go back to the main screen there, go through all your apps. Once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to use. It's just that sort of muscle memory where it may be a little bit problematic. All right, so let's go over pricing options. So starting price of the X1 xDrive28i, $38,600. The Utah Orange metallic paint, another $650. Sensitech, which is what you're getting. You're not getting any leather, always included. Premium package for $4,200. You get a lot in there. Comfort access, keyless entry, heated front seats, interior camera, parking assistance plus, Harman Kardon premium sound system. Now you don't have an equalizer for this Harman Kardon sound system, so it's a little bit on the disappointing side, but you get wireless device charging, Live Cockpit Pro, including the heads-up display, and the 3D view as well for the parking assistance. So the X line adds another $500, and the mesh effect trim another $150. Heated front seats and steering wheel, even though it's sort of included in the premium package, is a separate charge for $550. $600 for the 19-inch wheels, another $1,700 for the Active Driving Assistance Pro. And we got wheel locks, folding hubcaps, and storage net. And an all told MSRP of $48,310. You can, of course, go higher by adding the M Sport package, as well as, I don't think this was available yet, but the lumbar support and the active seats. So a few cars coming in should have that eventually, so hopefully we'll get those on the channel as well. Let's open up the rear door into the rear passenger compartment, which looks really, really good, and it's really, really spacious as well. So your Oyster Sensitech. And then your view from the back seat, and then you've got this panoramic moonroof as well. Really good spacing, so plenty of knee room and leg room. And then headroom, really not an issue for the X1. So I guess the question is, should you get an X1 or an X3? I think it's going to depend on your needs, but I really don't think you're going to make a mistake with the X1. But if you prefer the rear-wheel drive dynamics, I think you probably want to go with the X3. But I think either choice is a really good one. All right, so move to the back here. We'll use our kick to open feature. Just line yourself up, kick in, pops right up. So storage-wise, it's a really decent amount of space. You can, of course, throw down the rear seats, and then you have a mandatory spare tire down here. These are no longer run-flat tires, but pretty level in terms of the space, lift space here. We can use our kick to close feature as well. All right. So good news, the sun is back out, so we can take Utah Orange in with sunlight. So obviously Utah Orange is going to be a very bold choice, but I think it beats all of the white or mineral white colors that you'll see out there in many of our customer spec X1s. The space is pretty popular as well. All right, so pop in the hood, we got the V48 inline 4-cylinder 2-liter turbo engine. 241 horsepower and 205 torques. So a pretty decent engine. Right here, rumbling about an M35i version coming as well. I don't know if that will make it to the US market. I imagine it will, but I think that would be a really nice thing to check out if it does come true. We'll walk around our Utah Orange in different lighting conditions. That's about it for another tour around another X1. So a few more colors to go to get on the channel. I think actually like Black Sapphire is one we haven't had on the channel. San Remo Green. I think it's Blue Lagoon, I want to say. But hopefully we'll have those on the channel eventually, and we'll see you to the next video.